and a big front kick early, and another kick thrown in response by Starkel as they get up against the cage. And a nice takedown there by Starkel, with Driscoll winding up in the dominant position and starting to throw punches from there.
Yeah, very fast start here. Both men, some quick punches and takedown attempts. But right now it's Driscoll on top, and Starkel's got to play some defense here and get him out of a situation.
Driscoll trying to free that arm, looking for the ground and pound. Got a half pass now in the half guard of Starkel. Nice punches there from Driscoll.
He's trying to get a full position here. He's kind of got a half grasp on him here. Now he's throwing some right hands, which are getting the side of the head. But I think Starkel is handling them all right.
A little bit of damage actually opening up a cut over the eye and over a little bit over the nose, a little bit over the eye. A bit of a mouse growing, and it gets bigger as I talk about it on the forehead of Ryan Starkel.
And that's a tough spot for a cut that could trickle into his eyes if it's as big as it could be. So something to watch out here. But as for now, Driscoll just continuing his position dominance here. I'm sure earning some points along the way.
A little bit harder to target that than under full MMA rules, as there's no elbows to the head of a downed opponent, or no elbows to the head of an opponent, period, here in Estevan under the amateur rules.
And still continued shots here from Driscoll, but Starkel not taking many violent blows. There is that cut, but he's been not throwing too many punches either, and not making too many efforts to get out of this grasp. And now, as a result, official will stand them up, and we'll try again here.
So not enough action there, and I believe Travis Driscoll thinks the round is over. Walking back to his corner and heading back out now, and both men again with a quick kick, but a right hand coming from Driscoll at the same time.
Now a different look here for Starkel as he's standing up, trying to catch up in this round, because right now, gotta believe Driscoll's winning. So we'll see what Starkel can do in the last 35 seconds here.
Driscoll swinging and missing after a little bit of battle for position there. Travis pushing the action.
Kick there, connected on the side of the hip there. I think Starkel is okay with that one. He doesn't look too affected. Here's a good kick.
Fighters again throwing a kick, and this time that one a little low. Starkel went down hard.
Needless to say, that one connected. Unfortunately, in an area where you don't want a kick to connect.
The likely and expected touching of gloves there, as of course that blow never an intentional one, and Starkel looks to be now no worse for wear. No time left though in round number 2.
We're underway here, both men.
Round number 2 underway as these fighters get going. A big swing and a miss from Driscoll, which led to him eating a punch from Starkel and then responding with a kick of his own. And again, the kicks coming from Driscoll fast and furious.
And I was going to say, we kind of slowed down since the first round, but now we get some action here as another tie-up. Both men trying for a takedown here, but both defending it well. However, Driscoll's got a bit of a leverage advantage here, and now he's throwing some body shots.
And more blood around the eye of Ryan Starkel. Looks like he's got a cut underneath the eye this time.
And he recognized that he's trying to block it with his shoulder there. As he can probably feel the blood coming down. He's got to be worrying about his vision as well with this.
Driscoll backs up, and that is getting ugly under the eye of Ryan Starkel. But fortunately, because it's under the eye, not likely to stop the fight. That cut would have to be significantly worse for the doctor to consider it, because it's under the eye, it doesn't impede his vision, and should have no trouble with that as the fight continues.
And if you're Travis Driscoll, that could be a giant bullseye. He might be working on that side of his face, because it's got to be bothering him.
And you can see the right hands coming to the left side of Starkel's face, and again, bleeding from just underneath the eye. And but again, he was bleeding from above the eye earlier, and that seems to have closed up. So we'll see how lasting the damage is here on Ryan Starkel.
This is kind of disappointing for Starkel. He mentioned he knows Driscoll likes to throw punches, and he's getting caught with them. So he knew the game plan coming in. Right now, not following his suit as he would have liked. And right now, he's not being as aggressive as he was in the first round either. Although he got a shot in there, but Triscoll looking good so far.
Well, and Triscoll at this point looks like he's playing it a bit safe, Steve. So he seems to, he goes in, he takes a couple strikes. When he had the opportunity to try and secure a takedown, he backed off of it, thinking that the striking, he's getting the better of it. So he just wants to continue that and does that in that exchange there.
And some more punches thrown, none really landing. I think Starkle took one in the ribs there, but he absorbed it.
Starkle's got a big welt on the back of his ribs, likely from an earlier kick. You can see it there.
Oh, yeah.
The shape of Triscoll's foot is carved out in red on the back of Ryan Starkle, and a big uppercut there to the eye of Starkle.
Just looking at Triscoll's face, no real marks or anything to worry about. Although I think there's a cut on top of his head, as I mentioned that.
Again, not much time left, and Triscoll trying to measure that punch. Black and white predominantly trunks for Ryan Starkle, and you'll also be able to recognize Ryan Starkle by the pink mustache and 204 shaved into his head. Triscoll swinging wildly, and the punches from his opponent getting through.
Yeah, Triscoll, you got to think we had the advantage the first 2 rounds, so seeing him more aggressive this round, something surprising. You'd think he'd try and just coast to a victory here, but he's being aggressive, and Starkle's also throwing some punches.
Well, and Starkle's got to think he's down 2 rounds at this point. He's going to have to finish the fight in this round if he wants to win. A big slapping kick off the forearm of Ryan Starkle, thrown by Travis Triscoll, and doing an excellent job so far of controlling the fight, managing the fight, keeping his opponent at bay and throwing punches. But coming forward also looks good in the eyes of the judges, that cage control.
Yeah, I think that's the most important thing. He's not landing massive blows, but just consistent good shots. The refs got to notice that, and I think they're awarding points because of this reason. And for Starkle, you got to realize that you got to get some shots in, and he can't take these random kicks and jabs that he has been taking. And I think he's got to go for the kill here. Oh!
A big punch from Starkle. He is swarming Triscoll with 1:40 left in round number 3. He has dropped him, and we'll see if he can finish here, but Triscoll doing a good job of hanging on and hoping to recover after a big right hand from Ryan Starkle.
And we mentioned going for the kill, and a second later, big shot there, and now Starkle suddenly has the advantage here. He can put the fight away here if he can land a couple more shots here.
Triscoll's in trouble. He walked away from his opponent, and before Starkle could get to him, it seems like he's recovered. And Starkle now rocked with a big hand, and he comes in looking for the kick and wisely checked it as there's no kicks to the head. And again, Triscoll now swarming after rocking Starkle. Both fighters have been in trouble here in round number 3 with less than a minute to go.
Wow, that's a mistake by Starkle. He had him wobbling, he left himself open, took a shot. Now they're both in distress right now. And Triscoll now trying to slow things down here as he was wobbling earlier.
And Starkle now going for the mount, trying to throw punches and end this fight. Again, likely needs to finish it if he wants to win it. Triscoll pulled off the cage by Starkle, who again is inside control. Just 26 seconds to go here, and he's going to be looking to finish with blows as he comes down and tries to work ground and pound. Just 15 seconds now left on our endurance fight clock, as now he has his back. It's whether or not he can sink a choke here in the last 10 seconds. Just 10 seconds to go. Triscoll trying to power his way through. That choke now locked on. Now does he tap? With just a few seconds, he taps! Ryan Starkle may have pulled this one out of the fire, tapping out Travis Triscoll with just a few seconds left on the fight clock.